Hello and welcome to the channel that teaches you the things your parents and teachers are too afraid to, the heliosblog. Today, Andrew Tate talks to a traveling OF girl, and guys, it's not pretty. Let's get into it.
The reason she's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
If you're looking for a one-night stand, and one chick has 3 bodies and one chick has 50, the chick with 50 is going to give you a way
Can you press play?
freakier night than the chick with 3. So I'd
Whatever, we'll just fuck it.
Sure, okay. That's alright logic, I guess. But men have a disgust response to girls with high end count, so...
You're gonna walk around looking for chicks thinking, I want one that smells
for a
of dick.
one-night stand, though.
I want one who's been
I
plowed.
think he gets to...
Who's gonna give you a freakier night?
I wouldn't want that.
I don't think anyone.
For a one-night stand. Okay, 2 bodies. 2 bodies.
Yeah, fuck it. You can give me a virgin for a one-night stand.
Who the hell
Yes,
goes for the
sir.
girl with the higher body count?
It's innocence that men find appealing. This is what most people
100%.
understand.
Yeah.
Women
It's true. Yup. If you ask 100 men, like 75 or more are going to say that the girl with the lower count is going to be attractive, even for a one-night stand. More attractive. In fact, I'll bet if you do this psychological study, men will find the girl with lower end count attractive, and the study would be everything else is the same. So you show some random girl, a picture of a random girl, to men, and it's the same one, right? But in the first case, you say she has 3 bodies, and in the next case, you say she has 50, and you just switch the girls for each person, right? So different people see different girls as having 3 or having 50, and you'll see that they'll always rate the girl with the lower count as more attractive, unless the 51 is notably more attractive than the 3 one.
women don't even know what men find attractive. What actually amazes me is that
90% true.
women go through the world and they're so concerned with how they look, but they have no understanding on a basic level of what men find attractive in women. And I know that for a fact because every single time I sit with a chick and talk to her, especially if it's the first time we're on a date or something, she's saying always completely the wrong thing.
She's always revealing her end count. She's always talking about herself. She doesn't understand what is a red flag, so she doesn't know to avoid it.
She's saying exactly which makes me less attracted to her. The fact she's still hot will get her through it.
What's the worst thing a woman can say on a first date?
The worst thing is it's just basic things they don't think about, right?
Like, what's the worst thing they could say on the first date?
That they're not over their ex, or something to that effect, right? Like my ex did X, because that shows they're an alpha widow, so they're not a good bet for paternity.
I mean, there's a bunch of dumb shit they could say, but within a realistic frame, women will sit there and do something they think is innocent. They'll talk about traveling. I've been to here.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
been to
that's
there,
another red flag.
I loved what I saw this. My favorite place is this. When you sit with a dude on a first date and tell him how many places you've been, all he's thinking is you've been fucked.
Yeah.
All that the guy is thinking when you've been to a bunch of different places is you have an end count of 1 from each of those places.
You've been fucked by who paid for that?
Yeah,
who paid for that? Oh, nice hotel, bitch.
Yeah.
Like it's bullshit. Like shut the fuck up. And on top of it, men want innocence, and the reason we find innocence attractive is because we want to be the female's portal to the world. Yeah. If I meet a woman,
You want to hear they've never been anywhere.
never.
Exactly.
I will show you the world.
100%.
The first private jet you get on will be mine. You've ever been in a Lambo? No, you're getting my one first. I'm gonna show you brand new experiences.
Yep.
If I see there was some
That's
bitch
right.
who's like, I've been there, I've been that. I went to this party. My friend has a jet. I was in this Lambo. Da 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 da. And you're just like, shut the fuck up. There's
Basically, if there's nothing new you can show her, if there's nothing new you can do with her, if there's nothing that makes you special, then there's no attraction to be had, right? The girl, like... So, there it is.
nothing less attractive because we want to be their portal to the world. The reason women don't understand this is they sometimes think, especially if they're sitting with a G, like if they're sitting with a guy like me, they feel like they have to prove themselves by pretending they've been with other ballers, right? They don't want to sit there with a man like me and go, oh, I've never been into a restaurant like this. I wish they would say that. That's the most fucking attractive thing they could say to me. But instead they'll say, yeah, I've been here, and my friend, and I did this. And
they drop Dubai and then it's over.
They start dropping about fucking other shit that they did with their makeup.
If they say Dubai, you gotta get the check right away.
Yeah, it's just like, shut up. Shut up. But they don't. So women don't even know what men find attractive because we're interested in innocence. So he's talking about body counts. It's not even just about the freaky, I'm interested, if I have an experience with a woman, whether it's sexual or non-sexual, I want to be her portal to the world. I want to be the person who shows her something for the first time.
Exactly. Right. This is why men prefer girls that are inexperienced, right? Girls that are introverted, girls that don't do things, and so on. Because then it becomes your thing and not someone else's thing.
I don't want to fuck a bitch who's been fucked every way she can be fucked.
It's true.
Like, well, I have to invent something new now? Backflips?
All right, so that was sort of related to the travel thing. Let's get everybody's reaction. Let's go around the table on that. Your reaction to the video.
I mean, he's not wrong in the sense of like wanting to show her the world. I think that's there's nothing wrong with wanting to be someone's first experience for something. But what if she traveled with her family? Like, what if she had a family that was wealthy and really aspired to travel and show their children the world? There's a difference between a girl going...
Well, here's the thing. Then the girl's standards are going to be through the roof, right? Her expectations are going to be sky high.
Going on girls' trips and hoeing out.
We have to distinguish, though, because like that's obviously okay.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
okay.
It's not about the fact that they've been to countries.
If she's going on a girl's trip and hoeing around, that's very different than seeing the world with her family.
Or going by...
It's true. Again, whenever something comes out that's a red flag, girl always comes with a counterpoint. Can't agree with the point, has to play defense. You see?
Herself and
or doing
around.
A solo trip. Yeah, I think he's not wrong in the sense of what he's thinking, but there are situations that...
Yeah.
Your reaction, because that kind of addresses the whole travel thing.
Zones, keepers, sleepers, and sweepers.
I understand his point of being like, I want to show the person that I'm with new experiences, but okay, she's been to Bali, like, let me show her about, like, being a nice guy, or like...
Ah, there it is. Yeah. I've had my fun, now I'm ready to settle down. Yeah, I've been alpha widowed by this guy. Now you be the nice guy that takes care of me and justifies my bad decisions. You help me stick the landing. No. Say no to that.
Let me show her about
do women
dancing.
Like nice guys? Is that...
Women hate nice guys.
Is
Some
that
do.
what women like?
Some do. Yeah. Girls that are 35 plus with no other options, they love nice guys because those are the only guys they can get.
Yeah.
But earlier you said that you get bored with men after 2 weeks, so I would imagine nice men are even more boring than...
Right.
You get bored of men who I assume are even to some degree
I said
exciting.
it's like my funny joke, but...
Well, it's true.
It's true.
It's not boredom. It's just like, especially like when you're like, because like I date to like have that
You date to get a new body.
Connection and love with people. If you can tell.
Chooses Chad and expects love. Are you kidding me, guys? You can't make this crap up. And then has zero accountability.
I'm usually really honest with my...
Also, she has a moon pendant, so she's spiritual but not religious. Totally not red flags. Dyed red hair, totally not a red flag, and so on.
Intentions in a relationship, or any sort of like dating that I'm doing, situationship or something.
Ah, yeah. Look, when she talks about a situationship, look at her expression. That's the kind of girl that regrets her actions, guys. Oh wait, no, it's not.
Like, I'll be like, I'm not looking for a long-term partner right now, and if that's what you're looking for, then this should not continue, because I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste...
So you're not looking for a long-term... And look, she also said the red flag partner. But anyway, yeah. Girl is a nightmare.
It's my time, and I don't want to hurt anybody for this. I enjoy who you are, but it's not worth, like...
So didn't she just say in the same phrase, she's looking for a connection, but she's not looking for a serious relationship? Doesn't that just mean she's looking to sleep around? Okay, anyway.
Yeah, I think that like girls tend to do this very well. They tend to spin things. You say,
right,
it's not boredom. It's just, you know, me just like sort of
well,
spreading
it can
love.
Be boredom.
It's not sex work or OnlyFans. It's me just sort of spreading love. And at the end of the day, it is boredom. You're getting bored of the guys. You want to move on. Like that's what it is.
Well, if
it's just what was the girl that called it? Birth dancing. It's not twerking. It's birth dancing.
It's not boredom necessarily, but like let's say there's a guy that I'm
the guy anymore. After
sure, yeah. Like let's say there's a guy that I'm seeing and I'm having fun with, but I wouldn't want to be my partner because for me, it's really important to be like it means a lot to be a boyfriend, you know?
Right. I've burned out my ability to pair bond. I've slept with a ton of guys, and every new guy has to beat the best traits of all the previous guys, and the more partners I get, the harder it is, and it takes really a lot to be my partner. So if you don't beat the previous traits of all the best guys I've ever been with, then I'm gonna move on.
Like it's not like just dating casual. There's a lot of commitment, and
I will say though, what you're talking about though, when you go traveling in Asia and stuff, this is like your bread and butter. Because this is exactly what it's like. People are very free love, and you know, just people are just traveling and like, we're just here for a few weeks, just a bit of summer loving. So I understand that those experiences have been had.
Being in Asia had some of like the worst dating I've ever had because it was too much of that.
There were
like,
hippies on the beach.
Well, it was too much of that like I'm here for 2 weeks and then we'll never see each other again, and I crave connection and genuine care.
To you?
So what you're saying is you slept with 14 guys in 14 days and there was no connection.
I do, yeah.
But
liar. Listen to the words and notice that the words lie. You gotta watch the actions.
You say you move on from guys really quickly.
Because there's so many like bits and pieces in that of like
the girl with the 1,000 bullet point checklist.
Maybe this person like wouldn't be my boyfriend, and I don't want them to like get attached in this way. That's like one nugget of the mindset.
So you do seek something more long term.
Yeah, of course.
But you just said you're looking for something short term.
Yeah, how are you going to know the guy? How are you going to know the long-term guy when you find if every guy has like just bits and pieces but not everything you want?
Because it'll feel right, and
it'll feel right.
Me feel good, and I'll know.
Have you had that before? Like, has it ever felt right, or are you?
No.
Like, what I'm worried about is you're going to wake up and be 45 one day, and no one will have ever felt right.
I've been in love a couple times. I feel a lot for a lot of people that I've gone out with.
Wait. Let's go over that specific statement again. I like a lot about a lot of people that I've gone out with. So, she's gone out with a lot of people. She's enjoyed, quote unquote, lots of people. What does that tell you? You know what it tells you. What it looks like.
Whether long term or short term, and I know when I felt it, it's just been like, this is right. So I don't think I'm worried about like being 40 and not founding my person.
It's clear that she's thinking about it. Look at so do you guys know when a person is lying, where they tend to look? Down and right. Case in point. Exhibit A.
Finding my person.
Here, let's continue with the reaction to the
finding my person
video. Your reaction to the video. Go ahead.
Oh gosh, like that in terms of the traveling, I think it's so situational. But like what he's saying about men want a woman who's so innocent, so he can show them everything. I feel like they're like an alpha male is going to want that for sure.
But I'm not looking for an alpha male. That's only when I was 18 to 23. No, now I'm looking for a beta male.
I feel like he underestimates the amount of simps in the world that do want a woman who has a lot of experience, you know?
Well, girls aren't interested in guys like that. So, except when they're 35 plus and have no other options. And only then to use him and discard him later.
But they don't.
There are a lot of simps. There was a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think, generally speaking, though, men want women who are sexually experienced.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm
like
not a
that.
man, so I wouldn't know. But like,
there's another Tate video on that, which maybe we can watch later.
It's the same as like old guys saying that they like old women. They don't like old women. They just can't get young women.
That's right. Exactly. If you can't, it's the principle, the law of power. Disdain what you can't have.
okay, heard.
Yeah.
Your reaction to the video?
Yeah, I think he has a valid point there.
Oh, that voice is a red flag. It means she's been screaming a lot.
At the same time,
Probably a party girl.
I think the stereotype goes the opposite way too. Like if there's a guy who's traveling a lot and partying a lot, or going to yacht week in Croatia and things like that, I'm gonna have the same stereotype in my head that he's out partying and not someone that I would want to date seriously.
I mean, that's not true. If he offered love and commitment, you'd take it, because that he's capable of doing that means that he's better than most men.
Yeah, I think the thing is, though, is that then that brings us a little bit into body count. I think, generally speaking, men care far more about females' past promiscuity or current promiscuity than the reverse. I think women are free to care about it. I think it just happens to be the case that they care far less. And there certainly are women who don't want to date a promiscuous partner or a partner who had a history of promiscuity, but it's just something that men typically are more preoccupied than women are.
Sure, but I think that anyone who's looking for something like real and stable is gonna see that as a red flag on either side.
Can I just get a quick hand?
No. Girls will not see it as a red flag. If girls would date Pablo Escobar, girls would date a guy like that and marry him. Like, what a ridiculous notion that men and women are exactly the same. That's what the argument is that she's making.
Raise at the table. Would you girls prefer a guy who is a virgin? Raise your hand. Okay.
Just you?
Just you. See,
are you
I'm Christian. Like, I grew up Christian.
You grew up Christian, but you have an end count of greater than 0, I'll bet.
Are you virgin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah, I'm saving myself for marriage.
Okay. Not so bad then.
Awesome.
Notice she's also showing the least skin on the panel.
Based word. Did you have a follow-up on the...
I was going to say, and then the guys at the table, see, like that would be like a very attractive thing. If a girl was a virgin, I'd be extremely attracted. But you guys aren't attracted to a virgin because you girls want someone who's sexually experienced. So therefore lies the difference.
Well, I mean, it's not. I mean, you also asked if we preferred it, right? So it's like it's not like.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I'm not talking about one esoteric individual like what they prefer. I'm talking about generalities. Women like a man with experience. Men prefer women who are inexperienced. It's a generality.
Right. And the amount varies from guy to guy, right? So, generally, 5 is okay for most men. 10 might not be okay for a lot of men. But 50 is a definite no for most men. You see? So, that's the idea.
It's a fact.
Word. Reaction to the video?
The thing is, I think it just depends on the situation. I mean...
Also notice that the girl that hasn't had a bunch of N, look at her expression. She looks young, she looks happy, she looks unburdened, Because when a girl sleeps with a guy, she rips a piece of her soul away and gives it to that guy. The more guys you do it with, the more you've ripped it away. Also, look at how much disdain most of the girls look at her with. Jealousy. Notice that. The medium is the message.
Like, I love to travel, but it depends on what they're doing. Like, if they're going with a group of friends, just partying, I think I would see that as a red flag. But again, if they're just going for work or with their family, then I think that's okay.
But it's about perception, right? It's not about because, for example, a woman could be a stripper, she could do OnlyFans and have a really low body count, but just because you're engaged in doing that sort of thing, the perception is going to be this person may be sexually loose. Mm-hmm. So somebody who travels a lot, what we're thinking is it could very well be the case that you've never hooked up with somebody while you're traveling, but if you're traveling, we're going to think that's a pretty opportune moment to just have casual sex with somebody and just hook up. A lot of people, you know, if you're on a dating app, you'll always see people on dating apps.
They never count them in the body count either.
Yeah. But then I feel like that's where communication comes into play. If that's something you're really concerned about, that's when you ask details about, oh, well, who did you travel with? What was your intent to travel?
They just won't tell you. They'll lie about it.
But I mean, that's still, I would say that's still an opportunity.
Well, actually, they might not necessarily lie, right? They won't lie if they don't think that you're against it. So what you need to do is you need to have a good poker face, right? You need to be good at not showing your reaction to things. So you just, you just talk about traveling and you feign interest, right, in what she's talking about. And then you ask the questions and you're aiming to see if she's going to give you the red flag. The traveling is a red flag. Now the second red flag is I was traveling with friends. The next red flag is I was traveling with friends and we talked to some guys. You see? You can add on and add on and add on red flags. As long as you don't show that you disapprove, she doesn't know what not to say. Because she'll try to tell you what you want to hear, right? But if she doesn't know what it is you want to hear, she could give away the idea. She could give away the red flag that she didn't want to give.
That's where communication, like you guys just dismissed that immediately instead of actually considering communication.
No. The thing is, though, we just know.
So
we can tell.
That's it.
We can tell.
Have I had lots of sex on my Asia trip?
Yes.
No.
You did. You don't
Stop the cap. Look, she's even smiling while she's saying it.
have to tell me no.
I'm saying no.
Okay.
Okay, you can say it, but words and actions are two different things.
Okay.
What is a lot of sex? What is a lot of sex?
What is a lot of sex, Jake?
You had I want to say you might have had 2 or 3 summer love-ins, 2 or 3 boyfriends.
That might not be a lot to her. That might not be a lot.
And it was like maybe 3-4 weeks. You're on an island together, enjoying the sunsets.
Now, boyfriends is different.
Yeah, I mean
Sex
like brief
is
boyfriends.
Different.
Yeah. I don't mean you're having sex
brief
every
boyfriends.
night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, then
that's a lot.
That's
what did she say? Lots of brief boyfriends? Disaster. It's just rationalization.
a red flag.
No, because I'm a young woman that's enjoying
No, you don't say no
dating
because
that way.
I'm a guy and I'm telling you it's a red flag.
Okay, no, but
it's a red flag
for you.
Most guys.
No, it's not a red flag for him. That's what a lot of girls don't seem to understand. You don't seem to understand that those guys you meet in Asia, they don't know that you sleep around with a bunch of guys. If they did, they would avoid you. If they do find out, the only reason they're not avoiding you is because all they want from you is bedroom fun. Do you not understand that?
I can't say no.
It's a red flag for serious relationships and marriage, which is what you want.
But there's on the opposite side of say this is most, this is the rest.
See, like I said before, we're not.
But they're not equal.
In esoteric generalities, and some random guy who randomly he's like, "Oh, awesome! You're in Asia and had sex with all these guys. That's awesome." We're not talking about those guys. We're talking about generalities. In general, if you tell a guy that you went to Asia and you had these boyfriends,
one at a time, please. Go ahead.
If you tell a guy that you're in Asia and you had all these boyfriends, he's going to think that is a red flag.
No, that's not what he's going to think. He's going to think, great, an easy target, easy girl to sleep with. And never, ever, ever date you seriously.
Hippie dick on the beach is a red flag. Trust me.
And then that's.
Are you not dating when you're traveling?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if a guy does it, he gets experience. If a girl does it, it's bad. That's why the girl shouldn't be doing that stuff. She doesn't seem to understand that men and women are not the same. So what? She's saying it are you stupid? Both men and women can do it. Takes two to tango. Yeah, but the girls that do that tango are unattractive in a long-term, serious sense.
But I'm a guy, so it's very different.
True.
Let's continue with the Tate reaction. Your reaction to the video we watched.
I think it's situational. I mean, I've traveled for the last probably 10 years, and I can honestly say I've never had a one-night stand with somebody in a city I was traveling in. I've literally just traveled to do what I was there to do and went home.
Never had a one-night stand ever?
No.
What about like
casual hookup? No. Okay. All boyfriends.
Yeah, I think you can travel.
Well, wait, so she said that she has had no boyfriends or one-night stands, and yet she has tattoos? You said this. The survey says probably that's a lie.
Travel for culture, and you can travel for sex, and the last one is like, no, and I agree with Andrew. If you've been to a lot of places, because you are craving for places, it's first of all, where do you have that much money? I mean, for sure, it's not that easy. You didn't work hard at Walmart and get all that money to go 5 countries in a month. But if you have a normal partner, a good relationship, and you submit yourself to your love, he's gonna open the world to you, and he's gonna tell you, okay, baby, let's go here, let's go there, let's go to the Maldives, and it's gonna be a different experience because it's gonna be about you and him discovering things together, not you.
Right, exactly. Very well put. Okay, let's end the video there. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit all for notifications. Drop me a donation like Hunter M, Adrian L, Tom and Bobby, Dylan, and recently Renaissance Press. Thank you. Also, you can buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. You can go to my Patreon at patreon.com/theheliosblog. And if you're interested in coaching, message me at theheliosblog@gmail.com. I'll slot you right in. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Especially if you listen to the end, I really do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.